A lot of points have been mentioned about this particular short duration discussion, and I thank the Honorable Member for bringing this short duration discussion. At the same time, I thank the members for participating in it. But surely this short duration has become a long duration discussion. And we have a very long reply to the Governor's address and debate, and even a longer speech of the on the budget speech. I think today will be the longest budget speech that we may have, and I'll explain later, sir. So therefore, I'm happy that we are able to hear the concerns that our members have put. Sir, without going into the details of the facts about the different railway lines that are or were proposed in the state, because all these numbers are here in front of me, I don't want to take the time of the House to go into those facts. I'd like to come straight to the issue that is there in front of us. Sir, number one, this discussion has taken place at more informal level with many stakeholders, many leaders, citizens, to get a feedback as to what would be the right way to move forward. And this, of course, has got a lot of divergent views, if I may. And obviously, there are a lot of sentimental issues attached with this entire issue of railway connectivity. And as a government, we have been very, very clear from day one that keeping the sentiments of the people in mind, as mentioned by Honorable Minister, a member from Mokurwat and other members, we have been very clear that we will only move forward with these projects after detailed consultation with the stakeholders and getting a general consensus as to how we should move forward. And at this point in time, so let me also inform the House that the suggestion that was given to us a few days back by the Leader of Opposition is maybe one of the right suggestions to move forward. That we will call different political parties, we will call different stakeholders, let us discuss. Let us put all the facts in front. Let us put all the possibilities in front. Sometimes I'm always very big fan, I should say, of this word. Sometimes when we negotiate, we end up negotiating based on position. That this is the position I take and I will not move from it. Whereas negotiations or discussions should take place based on issues. So, is it the railway that we're against? Because if we say that, then that's a position we're taking. But whereas the issue is not railways, the issue is influx. And therefore, it is only when we bring people together can we move from this position of negotiating on positions and coming to discussion on issues. And find a way whether we can actually address all the issues concerned by taking a different position compared to what position we had earlier. And that's the basic rule of negotiation, sir. And therefore, I think this it'll be a very positive way, and I would like to share that we will be calling a meeting, number of meetings. We will get our stakeholders together. Let us put everything on the table. Let us try to discuss, thrash out issues, and see if there is a possibility for us to move forward. So this I would like to state, sir, as a general statement in terms of all the railway connectivity in the state. Sir, I also would like to state this, and this is something that will be one of the important points that we'll mention while the meeting happens. And I'll say it now because the whole state is listening. That Government of India, sir, has now moved the proposals for railway connectivity to every corner of the state, to almost all the state capitals. We may be one of the few or maybe the only one left today which will be left without a rail connectivity. Sir, it's not like a warning that I'm trying to say, but it's a fact that I'm trying to mention. That maybe if we miss this bus, I don't know when this opportunity will come again. And maybe we're looking at 20 years, 30 years down the line, when we look back and say, well, should we have thought of it in a different way? So I think it's very important that we realize the gravity of the situation. Yes, while we look at the different concerns, which are very genuine in terms of the different issues related with influx and infiltration, can we find a way forward to be able to meet all the needs and address all the issues and yet not lose out on this very, very important economic development that will be an important game changer for trade, for business, for our entrepreneurs, for our farmers of the state, sir. So this is one thing that I would like to state. Sir, when we were not able to move forward with the project in Bernihat and the Shillong project, the Honorable Minister and I had sat down about a year or couple of years back. And he discussed about the rest of the connectivity in the rest of the state. That's how this discussion actually started, sir. At that point in time, I said, well, sir, if you're open to this discussion, I can explore the possibility by engaging with our people and find out what is the feeling of the people at the grassroots level. And that's when, sir, the discussion, obviously, sir, I'll start with MLAs because MLAs are the elected representatives and they connect with me directly. That I mentioned this point to the elected members of Jaintia Hills, of rest of Khasi Hills, and the rest of the state, that is Garo Hills. And I shared that there is a possibility that government may be open to reappropriating the funds that have been sanctioned or allotted to this purpose for a different route. So I'm not saying it is going to happen, nor am I saying that we will do it, but can we at least ask and start the process? So this is the background with which this particular discussion started, sir. And the Honorable MLAs had discussed, and I'm sure in the process of this discussion, somewhere the Honorable Member must have made these statements. Sir, let me be very clear. The government's view is the government's view. And I think that is what matters. What matters is what the Chief Minister says as the head of the government and what the government spokesperson says. And I think that is what we should be focusing on. And I have made the government stand very clear today. Therefore, sir, for us at this level to be focusing on one word or two words and then trying to dig into it and then discussing it over and over again, sir, I think it's beyond the level, I guess, of what this house should be into. Is it an issue? We can discuss it at a different level, sir, and maybe the honorable members can discuss and talk about it. But I think here, as mentioned by our member from Settleberg, that we are talking about policies out here, sir. And therefore, I think as a policy matter, we'll focus on how we should move forward. And as Chief Minister, sir, and as the head of the government, I would like to focus on that aspect, and I would like to clarify the stand of the government, what we are here for and what is our statement, what is our stand. And as I said, for us, yes, the railway project is important. Yes, we feel it will be a very important economic development for the state. And yes, we will be losing out if we are not able to move forward. But we will only move forward when we are able to consult and take the stakeholders on board and get a general sense so that we are able to move in a positive manner forward. Therefore, this discussion can only happen once we start engaging with the stakeholders. And as suggested by the Leader of Opposition, I would want to take that route of calling the different political parties and the different stakeholders. At the same time, sir, I subscribe to the speech that was given by our Leader of Opposition today. He is the most senior person in the House, person who has seen this House through different ups and downs, debates and discussions. And of course, in his speech, he had mentioned about the fact that at certain points, the House must maintain its decorum. The House must maintain its standards. I know that we'll be very emotional about many things. And I know we will tend to make personal comments. But Meghalaya Assembly has always been known for maintaining high decorum, sir. The governor's address always starts with that. So I would join, in fact, the Leader of Opposition to appeal to all the members. Let us rise above our individual issues that are there. They may be important at a personal level, individual levels, that's fine. But I think at the end of the day, we have to see where we are, what this House is meant to do, move forward in a constructive and in a positive way, and ensure that we discuss matters in a way that will maintain the dignity and decorum of this House. There are so many things that were said. I'm not going to, sir, again bring down the decorum by trying to reply to those issues. So I'm not going to touch on that. My main point being that we are here to serve the people of the state, to ensure that we are able to move the state forward and protect our people and our state. And with that objective in mind, we are moving forward, and that is the objective and the principle that is also driving us to take the decisions and the way we take the decisions in this government, sir. So with these few words and clarifications, I would like to resume my seat. Thank you, sir.